What's up, you dirty hookers? Today, we're taking a look at the orange box tablet. What is it? Fire HD 10 with Alexa. Now, this is something that I purchased. This is not sponsored content. I called you dirty hookers. No one in their right mind is going to be like, yeah, we want to sponsor a video. You call your audience dirty hookers when they first watch the video. It's wonderful. That's exactly what we want you to do. This is purchased from my own money. And the reason that I got this, I know you're going to be like, don't you have enough tablets? The reason that I got this is this is a review for Summoner's War players. All I care about is, does this crash? Does it run the game well? Is it choppy? Is it laggy? I don't care about anything else aside from Summoner's War, mostly PvP gameplay, right? PvE gameplay too. We want to see if it loads well. We want to see everything else. I'm not really going to review like, oh, does this have access to a lot of different the movie apps? No. All I care about is this good for Summoner's War? So if you're looking for something else, then go a full review somewhere else, not this video. Summoner's War, Summoner's War, Summoner's War. Paid for this out of my own pocket. Let's see if it's good for Summoner's War. Or also other games too, but mostly Summoner's War. I wanna find out, because I have so many iOS devices, right? Everything is iOS, 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 iOS. I like the iOS apps as far as mirroring is concerned. Android, I have two Android devices. My issue with the Android devices, one is it's super expensive, right? It's my phone. And the other, which runs Summoner's War just fine. And the other one is like a regular tablet. It was like $150. And it's really bad. It runs it really bad. I hate the way it's so choppy. It doesn't crash, but like you kind of want it to, because you're like, can we just exit the game? It just runs so terribly. So I want to find out if this is a good, cheap alternative, because this is pretty cheap. So I want to find out if this can run it good and also be less expensive than all those crazy high-end iPads. Look at this. It literally crashed. The iPad literally crashed in the middle of doing this demo. This is why I bought this. This is why I bought this device, because I'm tired of this iPad literally just crashing in the middle of trying to do something. So here's a side-by-side comparison. It feels like things are slightly different dimensions. It feels like things are slightly different dimensions on these two devices. I'm not sure if they actually are, or if it's just my imagination because I'm not used to the wide screen. It is a wide screen. It's wider instead of taller, instead of more square. So another thing to think of if you are, for example, a YouTuber or a streamer and you're interested in possibly getting one of these, it might affect the layout in a negative way or a positive way. It's up to you depending on how you have your layout. So let's test to see how fast things load on this. Both of them side by side. It's a noticeable difference. It's a noticeable difference. Look at that. Okay, so it's a noticeable difference as far as processing power. Look at that, the iPad's already done. Okay. Finally. Oh, but we get more light dark scrolls from this one. I see how it is. It's definitely a noticeable load time though, difference on the Fire HD. But I mean, that's what you get for a massive price point difference and a massive a difference in processing power. You get what you pay for, but it seems like it's running it more smoothly than the other Android devices that I've picked up at this price point. So that's at least a plus. But still, if you buy a more expensive iOS device, or probably or just device in general, you get what you pay for. You buy the bigger processor, you buy the more powerful processor, and you're gonna get better results from it. Let's see if there's a difference in time that we summon. No, it seems about the same. Seems about the same. All right, so how well is it going to load Arena quickly? Is it going to be a noticeable difference in how fast we load Arena? It doesn't matter how many units we go up against. It is a difference. It is a difference in how fast we're able to load Arena. Look, we're already... This would matter in Rush Hour. If you're super serious for trying to get G3 in Rush Hour, it makes a big difference. Look at this. We're already on to the next fight. So I know someone's going to be like, oh, well, it's different amounts of units. Okay, same amounts of units. Load them both up. It's loading faster, noticeably faster on iOS. Look at that. We're already done with this one. It's the same exact battle. So if you are going for like the top few hundred, like G1, G2, G3 for Rush Hour, it's going to make a difference what tablet you buy. But then again, if you're going for top, G1, G2, G3 in Rush Hour, you've already invested the money in Summoner's War, like a crazy amount of money, that you may as well invest the money in super expensive, or at least moderately higher end tablet in the first place. So now all I want to see is the runtime is going to be different regardless. We have two different teams. The runtime is going to be different. I want to see the load time for Giant Speed 10. I mean, you're already going to be able to farm faster with this. Just with the load times being faster, you're going to get more runs per day. Alright, so now we have a slightly different comparison. The other one was an iPad Air 2. This one is the non-Air series. This is the regular iPad. They had one of the later models that they had before they started the Air series, though. So this is already like several years old. So we're going to see a comparison. Not all iPads are created equal, right? Same dimensions, same screen size, but different processing power. So I think that we're going to see the Fire HD actually faster than this iPad. Let's find out. Okay, so it's about comparable in loading times to one of the iPads that were released prior to the Air series. So I feel like the graphics are a little bit better and it's a little bit smoother on the Fire HD though, in this comparison. I'm not sure if that's coming through on the video necessarily, but I feel like it's a little bit, in person it feels a little bit smoother and like the graphics are slightly an edge with the Fire HD. So, final verdict, I think this is a great option for most Summoners War players. Most, not all, but most Summoners War players would enjoy this. I think I'm going to do my Guild Wars and Guild Sieges. Since this is more stable, I'm going to do my Guild Wars, Guild Sieges on here so it doesn't crash and I lose the sword automatically. The arena, I think I'm going to do my PvP fights on this one, to be honest. But when I'm going to do my farming is going to be better on the iPad Air 1, Air 2 series, or even higher end. It's going to load faster. You're going to get more runs in faster. So farming, the other things are better. But for PvP, for arena, for Rush Hour, it's still going to have issues loading. So you might actually get less fights in and rank lower. So if you are looking to get that G1, G2, G3, might want to go invest in a higher end tablet, because it's going to load faster and you're going to get more fights in and you're going to eat that little difference. Will actually make a difference though. The few seconds here and there add up. If you're doing 10 minutes of fights, a few seconds here and there is like a whole extra fight at the end of that 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for this. But this is going to crash less, so there's the pros and cons. I'm not sure how this is going to be for streamers. I don't have experience with the different mirroring software or everything else with that, so keep that in mind if you're like, oh, I'm a streamer, I'm a YouTuber, I want to maybe pick this up. Keep in mind, I'm not sure how that works. I'll probably try it in the future to see if it's good for YouTubing and the streaming with doing it directly. I generally use iOS for that, but I think overall, for most of the Summoners War community, most people aren't going for G1, G2, G3, and a lot of people, well, no, a lot of people still are YouTubers and streamers. Hold on, everyone has a Summoners War YouTube channel at this point. But aside from that, I think it's a great option for a tablet to pick up. For the price point is crazy. If this was a $500 price point, I would say no, buy something else. It's a $150 price point, which I think makes it very valuable. And the things that I've bought for more than this have disappointed me more. And I'm pretty happy with this. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for this one. I'll see you as always in the next one.